designed to solve two major pain points across finance and policy: information overload and modeling complexity. FinFast is our AI-powered report management and analysis platform built for asset managers, analysts, and anyone overloaded with market content. Professionals receive over 100 research reports a day, but only 1% get read, leaving insights buried and risks missed. FinFast turns your emails, folders, and internal databases into a structured, searchable intelligence layer. It translates massive volumes of chaotic market data into clear, actionable insights, so users spend less time searching and more time making decisions. You can chat with documents, extract cited answers, detect market risks using sentiment analysis, and auto-generate dashboards and summaries. It's fast, secure, and built for enterprise compliance. FinAnalytics equips economists, central banks, and hedge funds with powerful forecasting tools, no coding required. Many still rely on outdated models or can't apply frontier research due to technical gaps. FinAnalytics removes that barrier. It embeds academic-grade models like DSGEs from Econometrica into a guided, no-code interface. Users can forecast, simulate, and interpret results with ease, unlocking advanced analysis without needing a team of PhDs. Early users are seeing real results. FinFast has cut research time by up to 90%, while FinAnalytics lets policy teams replicate advanced models instantly. Feedback highlights speed, clarity, and stronger decision-making. Underpinning both platforms is a proprietary tech stack, with 2 granted US patents in AI-driven search and semantic analysis. We're advancing agentic AI workflows, real-time econometric engines, and secure enterprise deployment. Upcoming patents focus on LLM output evaluation and transparent financial chatbots, positioning us at the frontier of scalable, trustworthy institutional AI. Unlike Bloomberg, AlphaSense, or FactSet, each focused on a slice of the workflow, Oxbridge delivers AI search, forecasting, modeling, and compliance-ready delivery in one unified system. We operate a flexible B2B and B2G model, with FinFast priced at $30 to $40 per user monthly and FinAnalytics at $7,000 to $9,000 annually per institution. Our core markets, the US, UK, Hong Kong, and Singapore, include over 45,000 target institutions. We've built a solid foundation through our consultancy, growing 20 to 30% annually and directly supporting platform adoption. Both platforms launch in late 2025, with revenue beginning in 2026, projecting $480,000 ARR from early users. By 2027, we're targeting $4 million ARR from 10,000 FinFast users and 50 FinAnalytics clients. We've secured $642,000 in non-dilutive government grants, awarded to just the top 1 to 3% of applicants. Our $1 million seed round unlocks a 1-to-1 non-dilutive match from the Hong Kong government, doubling capital without extra dilution. Over 40% of the round is allocated to scaling and sales, fueling 100 times user growth and a clear path to $4 million ARR. Our team brings deep expertise from Oxford, Goldman Sachs, and central banks, combining economic insight with world-class AI execution. When you invest in Oxbridge, you're backing a team built to deliver. We'd love to explore how we can work together and welcome you to join us on this journey. Visit oxbridge-econ.com or try FinFast today at finfast.ai. Thank you.
So that's a very quick presentation from Oxford Economics, and we have Tiffany to answer your questions. Judy, please. Please unmute yourself.
Sure.
Raise your hand. Yeah. Go ahead, James.
Hi, James.
I have a question on how you determined the pricing. What thought went into the pricing model, both on the enterprise and the per seat basis?
So it's currently mostly following the normal practice. For FinFast, it's more like target a general audience and it's kind of user-based. For FinAnalytics, it will be definitely B2B, like institutional users, and that pricing is determined on the cost and also the return of it.
Thank you, Tiffany. Do we have any other question for Tiffany?
Yeah, one quick question. You said that the model, this is a proprietary LLM, so it's not a wrapper built on some public domain. Could you talk a little bit about how you built, what data you used to build this model?
Yeah, so again, we separate our FinFast, which is target at general financial professionals, and then FinAnalytics. For FinAnalytics, we build our own models. We code up our own models. This can be general model, basic ones that is available. And also it include like IP protected models. That means usually like people without a certain degree or certain level of knowledge won't be able to build or code up those models by themselves. So it's more like our front end is an application of large language models. On the back end, we have the econometric models or data science models, and we combine them to make it useful for central banks, for quant hedge funds. That's the FinAnalytics part, which is also the numerical data science and modeling part. For the for FinFast part, so our contribution mostly come from wrapping up different functions, including those can be achieved by large language models, but also other textual analysis approaches. We also have our own database, which is a collection of report textual data from, deep into the field of economics and policy. Yep. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Tiffany. Karen, please go ahead. One last question.
Yeah, so I didn't really see much about the actual sales model and competition. So how are you getting into these accounts, and how long does it take for you to, from introduction to trial to implementation?
So we are at the last stage of R&D at the moment. The current plan for marketing and sales will be for the FinAnalytics part, because the market is actually very niche. So we will target at the hedge fund, the central banks, and talk to the right people basically directly. In terms of the general product FinFast, will do like mass marketing.
Thank you, Tiffany. I see there are more questions. I'm sorry, but we'll have to take them in the chat section. The next presentation is Symfinity, which is enabling immersive training for healthcare and airline professionals using integrated AI and XR technologies. And here we go.
Hi, I'm Alex, CEO of Symfinity. We've all seen it. Gen Z swipes, skips, and scrolls. They expect fast, interactive, and personalized learning. But when it comes to training, they're still handed PDFs, manuals, and long seminars. That's the gap we're closing. Companies spend over $400 billion a year on corporate training. 90% of it forgotten within a week. Learners are disengaged, managers cannot measure impact, and most training still looks like e-learning from 2005. It's a system built for checkboxes, not performance. In critical industries, training failure has real consequences. Medical error is now the third leading cause of death in the US. In aviation, a single mishandled emergency can cost up to $100,000 or lives. The problem is not knowledge, it's the lack of real-world practice. And that's where we built SimCloud. You upload SOPs, incidents, process. SimCloud instantly turns them into AI-powered roleplay, VR or desktop simulations with real-time performance analytics. It takes minutes, not days, not weeks, to turn static documents into measurable, immersive training. People don't learn by memorizing, they learn by doing, failing, and improving. Symfinity gives learners realistic scenarios with adaptive AI. They make decisions, face consequences, and grow. It's training that actually prepares them for the job. We are riding three converging waves: $400 billion in global corporate training, $30 billion XR learning, $25 billion AI and education. The shift is clear, from theory to performance, and Symfinity is built for that future. SimCloud is a SaaS platform with a usage-based layer. Client pay $2 per user per month for SimCloud access, plus sim units to unlock simulations, AI roleplay, and analytics. The more they train, the more they consume. Simple, scalable, sticky. We go to market with a clear playbook. Start small, one team, one scenario. Prove impact through data, then expand across departments and lock in through LMS integration. And that's how we already landed CU Hong Kong in education, Cathay Pacific in aviation, and hospital networks across the Greater Bay Area. In our first year, we trained more than 5,000 learners. We generated $250,000 in revenue, and we achieved 2 times revenue growth year on year. Most platforms teach theory. Simfinity helps teams practice what really matters. We're not an LMS. We're not just XR, and we're not a chatbot. We unify immersive content, adaptive AI, and real-time analytics in one platform, SimCloud. We don't just digitize training, we make it real. I've built and exited 2 companies in China. Flo, our CTO, scaled cloud platforms in Europe and Asia. Shelfie, our CFO, is ex-VC and UK Consulate Finance Advisor. Our users grow steadily, but revenue per user scales. And that's because once they're in, we unlock more. We push new content, new departments, and deeper engagement. We're tracking from $250,000 last year to $12 million ARR by 2028, with a 4 times increase in revenue per user. We are raising $3 million at a $20 million post-money valuation to scale. Funding will support AI in content development, compliance and enterprise readiness, and GTM and sales acceleration. The engine is built, the market ready. Now it's time to scale. Thank you.
Fantastic. So that was the quick pitch from Simfinity, and we have Alex on the call to respond to your questions. Do you remember us?
Hi.
Yeah.
So you know, I hear the revenue growth numbers are great, and maybe I just missed it because it went fast. But you know, a couple of related questions around where are you currently, meaning as of 2024 year end in the revenue journey, and what's driving that growth? Is it, you know, is it a regulatory angle which is part of the industries that you're currently addressing, or is it something else that's driving that and going to continue to?
Well, thanks for your question. Let me see. Last year we end of the year $250,000, and this year we're already almost at $500,000 actually. So we should end up on like more than that. And for the acceleration side, so basically what I was saying is usually we start by pilots. Typically with CU Hong Kong, we started with a very small number of students, and then it just went viral across different units, you know, nursing and everything. So it's more natural growth than, you know, regulatory. On airline side, same thing. It's let's say they need to train people for like crew for medical training, for example. That's evergreen. That's something that never changed, but they do it really like not often enough, I would say right now. So there is kind of a push for that. Plus they're all hiring like crazy in Asia, everywhere, and they need to train the fresh guys. So there is a demand from that. And once again, the thing is, for Cathay, we started with this, but we're already talking about ground operation, airport safety, even pilots, you know. So the tool can apply to really like bigger than just healthcare.
Okay.
Thank you, Alex.
And I guess as a follow-on to that, does traction with one, you know, so CUHK, for example, does the traction with one education institution, you know, directly lead to traction with others, or is it, you know, agnostic on industry and kind of customer specific?
So obviously, if you lock a good name, it will snowball onto others, because you know everyone wants to try AI in the corporate sector right now, but they don't want to experiment too much. So when they see a big guy doing it, they follow. So typically with airlines, we are really like now we're doing 3 to 4 new pilots per week with new airlines. So they see what's been deployed. So I would say that's one of the good effects. And for education, the thing is with CU Hong Kong, typically they do a lot of medical conferences, they talk with their colleagues, and they will support us to push to other universities since the content has been validated by reputable, like that's the biggest medical university in Hong Kong, and logically the others, they look less into smaller problems.
Okay, understood.
Let's take last question from Scott. Scott, please.
Hi, Alex. Great presentation. Just one quick question. So I think in the outline of the company, you mentioned there was 400% better results for immersive training with some of the things that you're combining versus traditional. Can you talk a little bit about how you came up with that figure and how you're sort of measuring traditional training versus immersive?
Cool. There's different ways to do it. Definitely, there's plenty of research on VR training, including some of our own that we did with CEO Hong Kong and others. Like 400% is based on the time and the efficiency of the solution, right? So it is estimated that if you play VR or one of the AI scenarios for like a quarter of the time that you would spend looking at PowerPoint or in class, you end up with kind of the same result. So we've been doing our own studies in South China, in Hong Kong, but there's plenty of studies I can provide as well with plenty of great VR and AI companies that prove that. So that's where we get the number from.
Thanks a lot, Alex, for responding to all these questions. And there might be more questions in the chat section. Please have a look at that.
I'll be in the chat, please.
All the participants, you may be seeing all of
Thank you.
Presentation. Please respond to that. The next presentation is Quick Ads, which is a Gen AI solution enabling marketing leaders to create millions of personalized videos instantly via API. And here we go.
Hey everyone, quick question. What if every customer truly believed that your brand made a video just for them? In today's world, 71% of consumers demand personalized experiences, yet less than 1% of companies send personalized videos. Why is this? Because until now, video personalization has been expensive, complex, and slow. Quick Ads is here to change that. We transform customer data into millions of hyper-personalized videos automatically. Our clients connect their CRM or CDP to our platform. They choose a use case, such as abandoned cart recovery, upselling, or retention, and then Quick Ads generates hyper-personalized videos on demand and makes them available for on-sending via WhatsApp, in-app notifications, email, or multimedia messaging. No editors, no delays, no complexity. So let's take a look at what this means in action. For Zara, we created an abandoned cart recovery video using customer browsing data. It says, "Hello Teresa, you've left the following items in your cart." It shows a couple of images for each garment. It shows the name of each garment, the price of each garment, and it includes a CTA offering a discount code to incentivize purchase. For Dyson, we designed an upsell based on prior purchases and time elapsed. It says, "Hello Patricia, we hope that you are pleased with your Dyson V8. Given that you purchased it 5 years ago, perhaps you're interested in the new and improved V15 Estetec submarine that serves not only as a vacuum cleaner, but also as a mop. And you know what? It's on sale." Now here's what that impact looks like in numbers. Across our portfolio, we're talking about a 9x increase in opening rate, a 7x increase in click-through rates, and a 3x increase in conversion. Now Quick Ads stands out relative to the competition because we offer full personalization across visuals, text, and voice, real-time video generation as opposed to batch rendering, and total automation via API. We're truly built to scale from day one. Competitors like EthAum or Sunday Sky still rely on hybrid or manual processes. We're faster, leaner, and built for the AI native enterprise. The market is huge, exceeding 300 billion euros globally across video ads and CRM engagement. We're targeting large enterprise across retail, banking, telecom, and automotive industries who require millions of videos per year. Our model is simple and scalable. We charge 5 to 20 cents per video depending on volume. With just 13 enterprise clients, we reach 10 million euros in annual recurring revenue. We go to market through direct sales, third-party distribution partnerships, and our no-code self-service Quick Studio. Over the past 12 months, we've raised €1 million in pre-seed funding. That's 50% equity, 25% European funding, and 25% government credit. We've closed 5 POCs with large enterprise, and we've developed a sales pipeline exceeding 30 million euros. Our C-level team combines deep experience in AI, design, and enterprise software. Jack Stevens, our CTO, is a full-stack engineer and API expert. With Jaime Fabaya, with more than 10 years in B2B sales. With Vadim Fedorov, who has a PhD in computer vision and image analysis. And then myself, a 3-time founder with 10 years startup experience. We just closed our pre-seed round, so we have 18 months to convert our existing POCs into service management agreements, to hit 125,000 euros in monthly recurring revenue, and to raise a 3 million euro seed round next year. If you're excited about the future of personalized video and want to be part of a category-defining company, let's talk. Thank you.
Okay, we have Tom on the call. Tom, please.
Hi, Pankaj. Hi, everybody.
Are you dialing in from hospital? Tom is going to be a new dad pretty soon, in few hours or probably in 1 day. So
If I have to run out of the call, you know why. Yeah.
Ido, please go ahead.
Sure. So first of all, congratulations. I hope all goes safely and well. Talk a little bit more about the funding round. You went through that pretty quickly. How much did you raise in your pre-seed?
$1 million all up, 50% equity with a couple of VCs here in Spain leading that and a couple of reputable business angels. And then another 500,000 euros from public funding, ultimately 25%, 250K from European funds, and another 250K, which is a soft loan innovation program here in Spain.
Got it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And that's just so that you're aware, that's literally just closed. So we've got a solid 18 months to 2 years, depending on our burn rate with that funding. And obviously anything else we raise between now and sort of middle of next year is really just to accelerate growth.
Yeah. Scott, please go ahead.
Hey, Tom, congratulations, by the way. Good luck with everything coming your way. But really interesting platform. A quick question about, I think your presentation was specifically on sort of retail. Is there any use case for kind of B2B or professional service organizations where they could sort of integrate this into some of their marketing efforts?
We're focusing more so on communications at this point. So large enterprise are definitely interested in internal communications. There's an opportunity for onboarding videos, for example. What we've found is, we only launched the solution at Christmas time, and our easiest route to market has been through retail because there's a clear use case or various use cases. But in answer to your question, every sales meeting we have ends up being a brainstorming session because every company has their own communication objectives or problems that they're looking to solve.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Tom. And if there are more questions, we can definitely take them in the chat section. Next presentation is Home Roots, which offers a B2B omnichannel platform to expedite US expansion of foreign homeware manufacturers. And here we go.
Hello, my name is Gil and I'm the CEO of Home Roots. If you manufacture a product out there and you want to sell it to consumers, you can go to Amazon, Shopify, eBay, you name it. But to go big, you got to go retail. But guess what? When you try to reach out to those retailers, just too busy, they're not motivated to get back to you. But let's say somehow you got in. You got to fight for the buyer's attention. And you have to adhere to the requirements that if not adhering to them, that may lead to your termination of relationship or financial penalization that can run you out of business. So to excel in the relationship, you need to hire talent that knows compliance, logistics, sale, marketing, inventory management, marketing, IT. Whoa, too much for small to medium-sized suppliers. And next, in order to start getting some sales, you need to upload your products to each and every retail individually and manually, all meeting all of their requirements. And you have to set unique pricing for each retailers. And when you get to the orders, it's up to you to handle the shipments and ensure delivery to the consumers. But if you're in a home category, you don't have to worry about any of that. We built up a platform that enables the manufacturer to upload once to our platform, and then we'll take it and broadcast it everywhere else. Using our proprietary AI, our system will guide the manufacturer on what's needed to comply and excel with the retailers. Our AI capabilities of content and imagery generation will ensure that when we broadcast the products to retailers, they will be offered for sale quicker than anyone else and will enhance the exposure with the largest retailers. Then when orders are placed by the customers using third-party partnerships that we have with logistical companies, we will orchestrate pickup from the warehouse and delivery to the consumers. Last, through HomeRoots, you can get your product sold to small businesses. It's an extra cherry on the top. And we already connected 250 manufacturers to retailers that you see on the left side of the screen. And over the next 2 quarters, we're gonna go live with double the amount of retailers, noting expansion into real estate by partnering with Redfin. And by Q4, we're gonna factory direct to accelerate the onboarding of products as much as possible with a lower cost of goods sold to our retailers. And we're targeting a $400 billion industry that represents the North American retail sales of home products, due to grow 30% by 2030. And we're able to perform and demonstrate to retailers that sourcing from us is better for their KPIs, in such a way that now Wayfair is partnering with us to refer more of their manufacturers onto our platform, and we're in discussion with other retailers as well to do the same. The way we grow is more SKUs, more sales. Simple. So we're expecting to double our customer base, and we're expecting, therefore, to double our annual sales per SKU. Due to our partnership with international factories and aggregators, our SKU count on the platform is scheduled to 10 times itself over the next year and a half. And our AI technology helps us reduce the cost of setting up a product in the market. All that leads to our projections, which is hitting $120 million by 2027. Our revenues consist of transaction revenues paid by the buyers, and SaaS revenues paid by the suppliers. At the end of last year, we broke even. So any investment in HomeRoots is a de-risk investment. Okay. With 2 exits under our belt, we're striving for the 3rd. Next time you shop for toys on Amazon, remember that you just met the person that set the foundation to where it is today. So we know how to build enterprise systems that last. We need the money to hire for all of our integrations on both supply and demand side. And then account managers will follow, and executives will follow after that. Any investment in HomeRoots is subject to 20% cashback from the state of New Jersey, and we are expecting more funds to come in form of grants. So with that, I thank you very much for listening to me and wishing you the best of the day.
Fantastic. We have Gil on the call to respond to your questions. Do you remember, please unmute yourself.
Thank you.
Tor, please.
Hi. So you touched briefly on hitting some impressive revenue numbers and even more impressively break even. And you talked a little bit about the initiatives. Can you give a little more detail on how you'll break up and spend the $2 million, and what the revenue productivity from each of those initiatives might return over what time period?
Sure. So the out of the 2 million, about 600,000 or so will go towards the technology, right? Technology and developers. That's included in there. We need give and take about 200,000 towards working capital. The rest of it will be towards what we call the biz dev activity, account managers. Since we're looking to increase we need about account manager per every 250 manufacturers that are coming on board. We're expecting to close to 5 or 6 times it. So probably need to hire another 5 to 6 account manager towards the end of the year. And whatever's going to be left, going to go towards fractional CTO and CFO roles that, as we continue to grow our sales, will become full-time.
We should connect after this.
Thank you. True.
I think there was one more question or comment in the chat section for Gil. Any other question for Gil that we have from jury members? Yep, Karen, please go ahead.
Yeah, so how are you preparing for supply chain interruptions and challenges with the tariffs and all of that that's disrupting across the world right now?
Okay, so that's a good question. I've been constantly asked those things. So I'll start with talking about the tariffs. Not getting into politics, trying not to get into politics. But I will
It's
say that,
financial.
yes,
Just the financial, how you prepare it.
yeah. So I tell you what. So actually, the longer term, strategically, the tariffs have done an amazing job for us. And that's what actually accelerated those partnerships that we have with Alibaba, with Shopify, Asia Pacific, with Lazada. We have two of the largest exporters associations in the world joining our platform and soliciting factories. Why? Simple. They got fed up. Okay, they want to have control over their own destiny, specifically as they're seeing 2 months or 3 months of dry land in orders. Let's put it this way. So that's what really accelerated for us. Now, how are we expecting for that? This is part of our partnership with Alibaba and part of other partnerships. They are logistic companies that are ready to come on board with integration with us to warehouse the goods. Our requirements that the goods are warehoused in the US before we offer those products for sale. And that's how we're basically gonna combat the supply chain. So as our system is able to predict the volume, the sales volumes, and then our factories that we're working with alongside with partnership with logistic companies, they're going to be able to constantly move the goods from overseas into the US and meeting the demand with no interruptions with importers on the back end.
Thanks a
Okay,
lot, Gil.
thanks.
We'll have to take the next presentation, and you might be seeing a smiling face on the screen. It is Vinitha from Perceive Now. Perceive Now offers proprietary AI agents to deliver market and technology intelligence reports. And here we go.
Hello, everyone. I'm Vinitha, founder and CEO of PerceiveNow.ai. Despite ChatGPT and Perplexity, 58% of CEOs today still rely on their gut feeling to make a business decision, simply because they cannot trust the data that these platforms are providing them. This was the exact case when the director of design in P&G came to us with a laser-related project that has been stalled for several months despite spending $500,000 on every possible AI tool that's available. That's where Perceive Now came into picture. We delivered weighted, logic-based, explainable, and accountable insights that the users can trust with absolute clarity. We also did this 90% faster and 95% cheaper. So how do we really work? Our proprietary multi-LLM agentic AI network act as smart consultants mimicking the exact process a consultant does by asking the right questions to build a world-class scope of work. Followed by that, a custom report is generated with statistical parameters attached to it for mathematical validation, credibility, and even bias scoring and credibility percentages. Most importantly, users can also generate them as PowerPoints with stunning graphs and visuals or one-pagers for easy digestion. These are the top 3 verticals we are focusing on today, but we are just getting started with them. So here's the million-dollar question. The single LLM chatbots fall short in the most important characteristic a business decision maker requires in a report: trusting the data and the data source and the forecasting models and everything that can be explained with numbers. Perceive Now completely changes that game by adding mathematical validation, credibility-weighted intelligence, precision insights, transparency, and explainable insights that they can present to stakeholders. Our 7 stages filled with 25 layers of end-to-end report engine process takes care of everything starting with digestion of the data and requirements till the report quality assessment. We also have proprietary data sources with licensed partners combined with public data for the most best-in-class insights. We have a huge $150 billion market across the globe. But to start with, we are focusing on healthcare and CPG verticals, which are the most heavily regulated and are making life or death decisions every single day. We have a very simple SaaS subscription model, and in the past 8 months of us coming to the market have already generated $120,000 of revenue from 25 users across 10 companies across Fortune 500 area and SMBs and as well as channel partners. These are some of our current customers who trust us with the decision they make every day. We have unlimited scaling potential and we are just getting started. We've projected $1 million of revenue by end of the year and $3.5 million by the end of next year. We're a team of 3 co-founders. My background is a PhD in electrical and computer science engineering. I started Perceive Now purely based on my own failures in commercialization and patenting processes. But the superpower of our team is to be able to shift according to the market winds and are also backed by advisors and board members from the top industry and market leaders at this point. We're currently raising a $1.5 million seed round. We already closed our $500,000 pre-seed round in the last year. We plan on using more than 40% of the funds towards scaling, customer acquisition, go-to-market strategies, and business development. Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure talking about our company with you. Please let me know your comments and feedback, and I look forward to connecting with you.
Okay, we have Vinita on the call, dialing in from Bay Area to respond to your questions. Jury members, please. And you may be seeing poll on your screen. Please respond to that. Any question? Vinita?
Yes.
You want to unmute yourself and probably talk about a point that you may have missed in the pitch.
Yes, surely. I think the most important aspect is that the reason why the technology that we developed is extremely important and significant is going all the way to the roots of being able to trust the insights that are present in the market, intelligence or technology intelligence reports. So when the process started, and also at the end of the day, we're not a company that mushroomed after OpenAI started. We incorporated in 2019, started working on it in 2019, incorporated in 2020, and has always been on a mission to be able to simplify research, but with trust. So at the end of the day, the goal is to be able to have an explainable and trustworthy insights on these reports, which directly integrates and mimics the hour-long, week-long, or maybe even month-long process that the conventional processes are taking right now, with or without the AI tools, or with or without the consultants. That is the crux of the technology. And with the kind of scaling potential that we have today, channel partners, be it channel partners who are consulting firms, marketing firms, or even PE and M&A firms, all the way till directly working with enterprises, it has just proven how much of a scaling potential we have. Even though there are use cases that we never sought out to start with, the requests we are getting are blowing our mind every single day, starting with a medical use case till something that a tech transfer office could use. So that is the crux of everything we're doing, and we're looking to understand more about how we can directly scale in specific verticals and grow it also in a horizontal manner.
Thanks a lot, Vinita, for the additional information. We'll move on to the next presentation now. And if you have more questions for Vinita, please use chat section. The next one is Morphew. Morphew AI is a Gen AI video platform automating kids' storytelling. And here we go.
Hi, I'm Sally, and welcome to Lila. We are building a new category in digital media, an intelligent global storytelling platform made for children, a place where kids don't just watch, they co-create, learn, and grow through safe, personalized, animated stories. Think of it as the next YouTube for children, but powered by AI and designed to inspire imagination. Here's the real issue. Kids are watching hours of content every day, but most of it doesn't teach anything. It's loud, generic, and flat. Educational content, meanwhile, is expensive and outdated. And even though kids are already interacting with AI, there's nothing designed to give them safe, creative, age-appropriate experiences. That's the gap we are filling. For the first time, we can make personalized videos in just minutes, not days, saving time and money. Lila makes it possible for kids, parents, or educators to turn a simple idea into a full animated, engaging, and personalized video. It's fast, safe, and emotionally intelligent. We handle the hard parts like scripting, visuals, voice, even compliance, all in a few clicks. And this is how it works. This is Lila. You can go to tellmelila.com and create your own story. When you give an idea about a story and it choose few things, our video agent in the background will work on this idea and will deliver complete, enjoyable, and entertaining, also educational video in a few minutes.
Trees need to make their own food, and they use sunlight to do it. Inside each leaf are tiny green factories called chloroplasts. The tree absorbs water through its roots and pulls it up to the leaves. Leaves take in carbon dioxide gas from the air through tiny pores. Sunlight energy is captured by the green chlorophyll inside chloroplasts. Using sunlight energy, trees transform water and carbon dioxide into sugar. Oxygen is released from the leaves as a helpful waste product. The tree uses the sugar as food energy to grow taller and stronger.
You can try Lila today. It's available on web and Google Play Store and Apple App Store. And Lila is more than just a storytelling tool. It delivers real impact also for businesses too. Our impact spans in three major verticals: education, entertainment, and commerce. We help platforms produce more content faster, increase completion and engagement rates, and lower production costs dramatically. And most importantly, we deliver content that builds emotional connection. It's not just a fun product, it's a smart business solution too. We monetize in two ways. Parents and educators pay for direct access to Lila, and for brands or edtech companies, we offer a storytelling API they can embed into their own platforms. We are a team of media and tech experts who have built and exited companies in media, storytelling, and content creation before. Lila is evolving. She's not just a tool anymore, she's becoming an AI companion. Soon, kids will talk to Lila, help shape their own stories, and explore a growing content library created for values, creativity, and education. Think of it as a safe, intelligent media environment designed to grow with the child, blending entertainment and learning in a way no platform has before. We are raising $850,000 to bring Lila to more homes and schools. This funding will help us launch new features, expand our content library, and grow to 2,000 paying subscribers by the end of this year. Thanks so much. If you're excited about the future of kids, stories, and safe AI, we'd love to talk.
Okay, jury members, please unmute yourself. We have Sally on the call. Yeah, Ido, please go ahead.
So I'm a little bit confused by your presentation as to who the buyer is. When you started out, it seemed to me like this was a B2C offering that parents would buy and create stories. But then in the examples you gave, it seemed more like an educational tool where the instructors would create an educational video. Can you maybe clarify that a little bit?
Thank you, Ido. A great question. In its core, Lila is a storytelling platform that can be used by different types of users. Right now, we are targeting parents, educators, and kids for delivering safe, emotionally engaged, and beautiful video content. But also, our product has an option to upload a product picture and generate a story about this product picture. Think like turning any toy to an engaging animation movie. So this is why we see usage in businesses as well. Our product helps businesses to create videos in 36 languages with just a simple image. So this is might be the confusion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Please go ahead. Yeah.
Question. So is all the content generated on demand, or is there some sort of content library? And then that leads into the question of, in terms of what compute do you require to generate all of this content on demand if you're doing it that way?
It's generated on cloud, and everything is generated by Gen AI tools, different diffusion models, different audio and voice model, TTS models. Everything is hyper-personalized based on that specific user's input. So every image, every video generated on Lila is 100%, including voice, including music, including story itself. Everything is AI generated and unique.
And then to follow up on that, with respect to the personalization, what controls do you have on collecting the data around the children?
So yeah, it's a very critical question. Thank you, and it's very important for us. We are a safety-first company. With personalization, we don't collect any data. We just use location, and we personalized stories based on that location, and also users' input.
Thanks a lot, Sally.
Thank
We'll
you.
have to move on to the next presentation, and definitely we can take more questions from the chat. Next one is Radiance, which offers VR Panda to create VR content on any operating system without any installation. And here we go.
Hello, my name is Kelvin. Imagine you have a 2-hour course. There's a tool can help you to reduce to 30 minutes only. Will you use it? That's the power of VR. Yet around 30% of organizations can't adopt VR, not because of the hardware, but because creation content requires expensive developer and months of work. That's why we built VR Panda, a such web-based platform to create metaverse as simple as building Lego. One click to puppet VR content across all devices. Right now, the content service market is growing at an incredible 40% yearly rate in the coming 5 years. The creator economy is also growing at a very high speed, so we are perfectly positioned at the intersection point of them. I'm the founder Kelvin Young, a severe entrepreneur with a master in AI. My team has got Hong Kong Cyberport Incubation Program and achieved Angel Fund Investment Fund Hong Kong Tech 300 and China Resources Group in just 6 steps to create your first metaverse. The first step is access our web. Then you can create your avatar. You can use our template or your own VR assets. Add a multimedia file in your scenes. Use our built-in library to add 3D models. Add the animation, sequential, path. Add the intention point. Then you can preview your scenes to look at what you made before. Finally, you can publish your scenes and share with your friends. We support voice message, live streaming, and we will paste in VR headset as well. VR Panda can be applied in many industries like education, marketing, culture, storytelling. 60 schools in Hong Kong is currently using or implementing VR Panda already. Here are some successful stories like VR school tour, showroom or product showroom, VR gallery, VR training, etc. What are our unique selling points? We are the only platform that delivers no install required to access Metaverse. Working across all popular devices and OS. Build ready to use free model library, social networking, and programmable NPC. We monetize through mainstream, subscription, marketplace commission, and enterprise license. We have different plans for B2B and B2C. With 50% profit margin today, we scale to 45 million revenue in 5 years with 85% profit margin. We look for 1 million investment for supporting our 18 months operation and dominate Asia Pacific VR education market, launching 3 new countries this year, and develop new features like AR and AI. Finally, join us, join VR Panda, to build the YouTube of VR. Thank you.
Thank you. We have Kevin on the call to respond to your questions. He's dialing in from Hong Kong today. James, do you have a question?
Yes, I do. So what metaverses are you actually connected with or developed for? For example, the sandbox.
Sorry. Some kind of similar we have some simulation with sandbox, but for example, with marketplace, allow the user to share their the creation, what they make to sell the scenes. but we have more visibility. We have the fitting library to allow user to build from our templates, or they have access to build it. But in the sandbox, they have to hire other people to build it. But we, saying you can do by yourself. Yeah.
Thank you, James. Next question for Kevin. Okay, we can take more questions in the chat section. Kevin, anything else that you want to add that you may have missed in the pitch? Any last thing?
So far so good. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Next one is PureSight, which is protecting kids from any inappropriate content, cyberbullying, or screen addiction using AI. And here we go.
Hi everyone, my name is Oz and I'm PureSight VP of Sales, and what we do in PureSight is keeping our children safe and secure in the digital world. Now our children are in great danger. 2 out of 3 children are getting cyberbullying. Those who are getting cyberbullying are 12 times more likely to commit a suicide. The sex crime become digital. So knowing your child in the physical world in 2025 is knowing only half of your child. This problem is not going to disappear. On the contrary, it's just getting bigger and bigger. The good news that we see a spike adoption of online child safety solution, and parents are looking for solution after COVID. And as a result, we see the release of Google Family Link, Apple Screen Time, and Microsoft Family that educated our market here and here to stay. And the market is huge. We're speaking about 45 billion by 2030. PureSight mission is simple: to provide parents information about their children's digital life, allowing parents to take an active part in their children protection and guidance. A bit about the team. So we have Roy Cohen, global expert on child safety market, bring experience in AI and machine learning technology with track record of building platform, already with prior exit. Me, more than 10 years of leading sales strategy for cutting edge tech companies, generators more than $10 million ARR for tech companies around the globe, and already in PureSight brings some achievement with Samsung, Boltech, T-Mobile, and more. And we have Brandon, our advisory board executive, managing partner at ABTG Ventures, bring expertise in investment and business strategy and finance. What we bring here to the table is all the well-known first-generation features that we all know, like Live 360 or Google Family Link. They all focus on screen time and location. We bring all of it, and on the top of it, unique AI breakthrough technology that we developed here in PureSight. The first technology that we're bringing is artificial content recognition. Allow us to classify web pages based on the content of the page and not the address of the page using AI. The second technology that we developed here in PureSight is another AI and machine learning technology that monitor all social media conversation and how to identify events on TikTok, Instagram, WhatsApp that require parents' involvement. We call it ACI, Active Chat Inspection. AI and machine learning are great tools, but they cannot operate alone. That's why they backed up by a global human research lab that have 3 main tasks: identify the language that the children are using, the digital language, identify dangerous trails and rails, and identify inappropriate application. So what is our status? We finished 2024 with $1.1 million ARR, most of the customers coming from the telecom, and average deal is between 50K to 300K. We have also initial success in retail, and we have 3 significant partners: Baltic Insurance, Samsung Israel, and T-Mobile. What is our business model? 75% will be B2B2C and 25% will be direct B2C. We want to be close to our customers. The proposition is clear. We have round that called pre-A, 25% discount on round A, 15 million valuation cap pre-money, 15% already committed. The fund will go to sales, deepen US presence, and have 3 strategic partnerships before Series A. We have also great momentum today, 2.6 million with a direct pipeline and 25 million via our distribution channel all over the world. Also, some benchmark from this market. We have Live 360 evaluated in $3.5 billion, have only location services, and Bark evaluated between 300 and 400 million. Also, a lot of regulation in Florida, California, Colorado, Singapore, Australia, and more. And we have also a solid roadmap of child safety. We invite you to hear more and be part for our global child safety revolution. Thank you very much for joining us and bringing me this opportunity to present PureSight.
Do we have, Ido, please go ahead.
So excellent presentation. I will confess I co-founded a company that was roughly in this space doing a subset of what you were doing, Oz. So I'm curious how, where our company struggled was in the area of social media monitoring. It requires some level of either cooperation from the child or parental control over their account. So could you talk a little bit about how you get around that? Is it an agent that you install on the child's account? To understand better how this works.
First of all, yes, this is a long answer to I will try to be quick and efficient. You have a child application that you install on the child device or a phone for kids. But our solution already embedded on the Samsung device via the NOC system and the parent's application. Now, you're absolutely right. If you will give this application to a 15-year-old child, you will probably get into a fight. That's why we need to start for younger age. When they get phone, this is our recommendation, and scale with it. So this is in a nutshell. I will be very happy to go offline and share with you a vast understanding about how we're doing this in different type of technologies that we developed here in PureSight.
Sure, thanks. Certainly looks like you've got much better traction than we had, so congrats.
Thanks a lot, Ido. Do we have any other question for Oz? And you may also be seeing poll on your screen. Please respond to that. Okay, please use chat section if you have any further question for Oz. We'll be moving on to the next presentation now, which is NZ-Data, which offers a decentralized computing power platform. And here we go.
Hello everyone, I'm Terry and I'm thrilled to introduce NZ-Data, the proud winner of ESG Award for Asia Pacific's first green computing power sharing platform. Today, I'd like to share how our technology is helping make AI computing more efficient, more sustainable, and more affordable for the world. The challenge, AI is evolving at an incredible pace, and so is its demand for computational power. But this rapid growth comes at a cost, skyrocketing energy consumption, and leading to a looming energy crisis in AI infrastructure. At the same time, the challenge opens up a massive opportunity. In China alone, the AI computing power market is projected to reach $23.4 million US. And globally, the opportunity is 5 times larger. So, how do we win in this market and make the world greener? Our answer is NCOS, the NZ-Data Computing Operating System. NCOS is a next generation platform for building enterprise AI computing infrastructure and sharing computing power at scale. We connect neutral data centers to global customers. This helps data center monetize idle resources and convert infrastructure investment into revenue. Customer access affordable high performance AI computing at significantly reduced costs. Our technology is the backbone of this transformation. It's recognized across regions. We own IPs in Hong Kong and are expanding into China and Singapore. That's why we received the 2025 ESG Computing Power Management Award for our contribution to sustainable and efficient computing. Compared to traditional IT services provider, we help customers cut computing costs by up to 50%, while improving data center resources utilization by over 70%. Our business model, we've built a robust ecosystem of partners, channels, and clients. Our stable high-growth business model generates 60% of revenue from public computing power sharing services and 40% from private computing solutions and traditional IT services. We forecast an annual growth rate of 45%, aiming for multi-million US dollars targets in the coming years. Join us. We are now inviting financial investors to join us in this high potential, fast growing industry. Together, we can create strong returns and a more sustainable AI-driven future. Finally, I'm incredibly proud of our team. We are a group of experts in cloud computing, data center, and AI. We are one of the earliest teams in China to harness open source technologies to build large-scale open cloud computing platforms. Thank you for your time. We are NG Data, and we are building the future of green AI computing.
Okay, we have Tide on the call to respond to your questions. Please feel free to unmute yourself.
Sure. In this decentralized ecosystem that you're creating, are you using blockchain technology and adopting the sort of DePIN business model with the token economics underlying or underlayer?
Yeah, when we're talking about the business model, mostly our business model is, I think, is the B2B. We act as a bridge. We connect the customers who have AI computing power demand with the multiple neutral data centers around the world. So as I presented in the slide, we help data centers to monetize their investment, and then we can also provide the low cost and high performance computing power to the customer end. Yeah.
A tight question is, do you use blockchain to enable that?
Because we've seen kind of this decentralized compute GPU applications, and one of the ways that people load balance or mobilize these sort of neutral data centers or neutral resources is to use a DePIN model, decentralized physical infrastructure. Is that what your model is, or are you actually acting as kind of the load balancing and these sourcing opportunities for the compute?
Sorry, I don't really understand your question. Can you repeat? Or
Tide, probably we can take that question in the chat. I think that would be easier, if that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And I would request if there are more questions for Tide, let's take them in the chat section. And then let's move on to the next presentation, which is applied technology. And ATG is consumerizing diagnostic and mental health with AI-powered point of health smart clinic solution. And here we go.
Hi, my name is Chi Man, and I'm the founder and CEO of the Applied Technology Group Limited. Now, today I want to share our latest development, and our team's mission is to solve these three global healthcare norms. Number one, high cost of high healthcare. No society would provide on-demand medical services for free, and not everyone is receiving medical insurance fully covered. Second, never be enough supply of medical professional, and sickness cannot be rated. Third, your health and medical records are not tightly connected for the next generation of healthcare and AI business. Our vision is to care patients, which offer a one-stop AI healthcare platform of digital journey and connected patient record for the next generation of consumerized healthcare and mental well-being. We care about every patient by working through our four initiatives. Number one, clinic, a well-integrated medical platform with smart clinic, point of health function. Second, app, the mobile app, seamless bridge between medical professional and patients. Third, record, tightly connected medical record from your day of birth. Last but not the least, the enterprise, integrating the public, private healthcare providers and insurance company for claim and settlements. Today, I want to highlight about our latest smart clinic development called AnyHub. This is phone booth size encapsulated relaxation hub for work, healthcare, and mental wellness. Our developers and engineer has developed a set of standardized and well-equipped telemedicine consultation, like stethoscope 30 times magnifier detector for ear, nose, and skin syndrome consultation. For medical purpose, from our Clinic One medical platform experience, while with new developed enhancement for mental wellness, for stress, anxiety level detection, and based on medical device like ECG, HRV, and EGG, the brainwave detector. After 3 to 5 minutes measurement, our AI engine will be able to detect and recommend your best fit therapeutic treatment like immersive sound and video therapies and de-stressing tool, and as well mindfulness meditation based on your mental condition. This is mental wellness detection and therapeutic methodology are co-developed with both Hong Kong University and the University of Hong Kong. It's a 3-year continuous study project. Here's the proven figures that shows our effort in making of this smart clinic are in good shape. Provide 45% of more consultation by every physician, and only 1/30 of the clinic setup cost and deployment in 1 week's time. AI assistant for precision medication and reduce at least 30% of the mistreatment. Now, talking about the growth, this growth pattern illustrates a bolder goal and confidence about upcoming 5 years. Average annual growth exceeding 200%. This is all achievable if you could get access to your desired medical and healthcare service at a glance, like in a real estate house, workspace, school, to a regular clinic or hospital for 1/10 of the cost, and the revenue would be phenomenal. As an ESG responsive company, ATG has contributed to the community in terms of carbon reduction with medical groups, providing complimentary healthcare screening for elderly, as well as safeguarding 2.5 million medical record. That is 1/3 of the Hong Kong population already. And no better than comments are from our clients' direct feedbacks. Here are some of them. Customer coverage from institutional to 600 individual practice. This concludes my presentation, and thank you for your attention so far in Hong Kong.
Okay, we have CM Lam on the call to respond to your questions. Dear members. Yeah, Todd, please go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm seeing that you're in Manning's, or in the process of being in Manning's. So a little more color on, where you are in the way of putting the clinic, the encapsulated clinic into the Manning's locations. How many locations are coming, and I guess expansion beyond Hong Kong, because it seems like with 1/3 of Hong Kong already in the medical records, you're going to need bigger markets.
Thanks, Todd. And I like to share some exciting story about Manning's. Actually, we deployed the first AnyHub station in the IFC, in their flagship store just outside the Apple store, the largest store in Asia was. And how they apply, the usage of this energy hub is they invite customer. Of course, they have to make an appointment because it's jam-packed right now. They can literally conduct around 30 consultation with their dietitian, physios, after their self-diagnostic, around 3 to 5 minutes. And then those coach of that, whether it's dietitian, pharmacist, or physio, will provide some advice to this client, and then based on their for those 3 to 5 minutes screening of their health condition, and then to best fit and provide some advices to this customer, and then with the best treatment of whether it's supplements, whether it's vitamin, or any kind of healthcare products. And as a result, right now, we deployed it since last October until now, until 2 more months later. It's all been jam-packed, fully booked every day. As I mentioned, they only reserve 30 time slot per day. And most significant result is they increased their average purchase up to 170% per sleep. Yeah. That's why we're furious about talking to, we set up another office in Sydney. We are engaging Chemist Warehouse there, and the second or first or second large, drugstore there in Australia. Yeah.
Thank you, CM. Do we have any other question for CM? Todd, did you have a follow-up question?
No, I was just well, I suppose so. Australia, so the geography will expand, is what I'm taking from this, and so it's going to roll from Hong Kong to Australia, and then what have you planned beyond that?
Yes, definitely. We already have web office startup in Australia earlier this year, and we will expand another location like Singapore and Toronto. And yeah, because eventually we're gonna land in Toronto and try to build a production line there if we get some order from the United States.
Thank you.
Thank you, CM. Yeah, please keep looking into the chat section if there are more questions for you. The next presentation is StrikeO, which is enabling immersive commerce using 3D metaverse, AI agents, and predictive analytics.
Can you guess the percentage of retail shops on a busy street? Let me introduce you to my friend Sarah, a retail manager. Every day, she juggles spreadsheet for inventory, paper roasters for stuffing, and her phone for customer inquiries. She's constantly chasing expiring products, missing out on dietary preferences, and struggling to manage overstocking and last-minute shortages. Her store's data is scattered, disconnected, and she's not alone. Guess what? There's a solution. Introducing StrikeO. A unified retail operating system. From POS, inventory, HR, sales, marketing, logistics, and e-commerce, everything is connected. Smart, seamless, scalable. Retailers today rely on fragmented systems. One tool for sales, another for shelf tracking, and yet another for HR. StrikeO solves this with one intelligent dashboard. Imagine this. Real-time inventory and shelf tracking. Staff rostering, clock-ins, and productivity insights. Automated alerts for expiring items and replenishment suggestions, labeling for dietary requirements like halal, vegan, or gluten-free, and just in a few clicks to launch your own online store. That's not all. StrikeO includes proprietary AI prediction and analytics, OCR-powered data entry, and intelligent stock planning to reduce waste and align labor with sales. And for the first time ever, retailers can host their storefront in a 3D immersive shopping mall powered by our EXA technology. Shoppers can switch between 2D and 3D instantly, roam virtual aisles, and engage with your brand like never before. You know what? StrikeO already outperforms all major retail POS systems, including Earply, Square, and Shopify. But here's our secret weapon. StrikeO's AI agents learn from your store's behavior, customer patterns, and even regional trends, offering smart suggestions and automations no other platform provides. StrikeO already made key strategic partnerships with Retail Care, SSL Commerce, Linkly, and more. Has over 17,000 products integrated with 6,000 more in the pipeline. We have successfully piloted the system, onboarded 200 vendors, and have active users in 59 countries. We're raising 500,000 in pre-seed funding. This capital will accelerate our tech development, operations, and compliance. Funds will also support sales, marketing, and global expansion. Our roadmap is clear. We're rolling out next-gen AI retail operating system, deepening our POS integrations, and launching multilingual AI agents. Phase by phase, we are scaling across Asia Pacific, Middle East, and North America. Hi, I'm Mohammed, founder and CEO of StrikeO. With a background in AI, compliance, and startup scaling, I'm leading a seasoned team of engineers, retail strategists, and growth experts. Back to Sarah's story. She now runs her store with ease, stuff, stock, shelves, and online orders all in one place. StrikeO transformed her store, and it can transform yours. So join us at StrikeO, where retail meets intelligence. Let's shape the future of retail together. Thank you.
Okay, we have Mohammed Shahriar on the call to respond to your questions. And you may be seeing Paul on your screen as well. Questions, please.
Mohammed, can you talk a little bit about your current traction? I don't know if I missed that in your presentation.
Oh, first of all, thank you very much. So basically, we started last year, November, and since then, we've been heavily invested on developing our tech stack. We barely invest on any money on the marketing and sales so far. So what we realized that we came up with this 3D XR experience. That was the first time ever in Australia. However, we realized that there's a bigger market chunk to be captured in the post integration. So once we started working on that, we already built 9 AI agents. We're working with all the latest AI technologies. So that's why, in terms of market traction, sales revenue, we haven't achieved much. The MRR would be over $1,000, not spending a single penny on marketing. Thank you.
Early revenues. Thank you, Aido. Any other question for Mohammed? Okay, you may be seeing Paul on your screen. Okay, so these were all the presentations. And again, I think startups have done the fantastic job by putting all the information in the 4 minutes long presentation. But I would request our panelists, our jury members, to probably talk about 2 or 3 startups that stood out from their perspective. And I know that Tor has done this many, many times, so I can probably put him on spot. Tor, would you like to speak about 2 or 3 startups that that sparked?
Yeah. So HomeRoots certainly looks like it could be a good fit for us. Given kind of where they are in their revenue kind of currently and the expected growth. And I think also aligning with uses of capital. Let me see. I think Perceive Now maybe getting to a point which we would be potentially a good fit as a entry point. And I think StrikeO is probably a little bit early for us, but I'd like to connect with you as well on that. I think I'm forgetting one, but that's 3.
Okay, I'll probably get that name from you later, so don't worry about it. But yeah, thanks a lot, Tar, for the quick feedback. Who wants to go next? Is it Aido? Are you ready with top 2 or 3 names that you have in your mind?
Sure. I think in terms of applicability to our accelerator, StrikeO is probably the best fit just because they're very early stage, whereas most of the others, I think, were past the stage where Alchemist could really help them. That said, in terms of an overall fit between our focus and the markets that we usually operate in, I'd say Oxbridge and Symfinity are very interesting companies, and to the extent that they're interested in having that discussion, we'd be happy to do that. And I'd certainly enjoy and welcome a discussion about PureSight, not from an investment perspective, but just to better understand the solution, because that's an area I was heavily involved in personally.
Fantastic. And probably you may have some emotional connect with that area because you built a startup in that particular space.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. James, do you want to talk about 2 or 3 startups before dropping off? Or he's already...
Sure. One that would fit where we are is the Oxbridge. Obviously, we look at it as a source for some of our research. NZ's data, if they were using a blockchain-based, seen a similar model, and the attractiveness there would be to actually have on-demand data and the compute, sorry, the on-demand compute with the compute specifications meeting client standards versus some random DeepIn collection of unvetted compute. But thank you. I do have to jump.
Thank you, James. Yeah, fantastic. Thanks a lot. Karen, do you want to go next, please? You're on mute.
Okay, yeah, so I mean, I'm personally, as an economics person, I liked Oxbridge and what they were trying to do because I know that's a real problem. There was some there was some questions still within there that, how they're going to scale. So potentially mentoring within that, and both Morpheo and StrikeO, is that how you say it? I liked.
StrikeO,
yeah, I really liked where they were going with that. There's I was trying to look back at my notes here. Some of the solutions that were really using AI to be able to improve the business operations and efficiency of small businesses, because a lot of the things that can get just bogged down in stuff that limits their ability to scale. So it was interesting to see a couple of the solutions that were addressing that. And I've indicated in my each chart which ones I thought that I might be able to help with getting access to other investors or potential customers.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Karen. Scott, yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. I think a few that stood out to me, Symfinity stood out. I think just regarding organizational training, especially when you have sort of large employee populations that are kind of spread across sort of diverse geography, trying to have sort of cohesive training, but also training that kind of matches the learner. I thought there was probably some interesting use cases there for a lot of organizations. I also thought Quick Ads was interesting. I think obviously the retail space was sort of in the presentation, but I think the question that I asked was answered in an interesting manner, and how communications, especially sort of internal communications, it could be leveraged for that. So that was sort of something that I didn't expect, that I thought was quite interesting. And then just lastly, maybe not from a professional sense, but I think it was PureSight. I thought just as a parent, I was really, really interested in what they were doing. And so for me, just as a user, as an individual, I thought there was some interest there. So as a consumer, that's definitely something, as my kids are getting older, is something that I'd be very, very interested in as a consumer.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Scott, for your feedback. Appreciate it. Carl?
Of course, Pankaj. Two that I'd love to stay close to as they scale is Oxbridge Economics and how they're attacking the market here. I think the opportunity is immensely large, and I'd be curious as to how they execute on it in the coming quarters. Similarly for Perceive Now, very interesting problem space for us, and so I'd love to stay close on them as they scale in the coming quarters here.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Carl. And we will definitely make those connections between the jury members and the startups based on your interest. Michael, are you there? Okay. I think these are anybody else, any other investor, VC who may not be the juror, but they are dialing in today, and they have gone through the presentations. If you want to unmute yourself and talk about one or two startups that stood out from your perspective, please feel free to do so. Okay, so again, these were all the presentations, and I know that you have filled out the scoring sheet, you have filled out the poll as well, and we will come back to you. We will make sure that you are able to connect with the startups that are of interest. Again, thanks to all the jury members for being part of the session today, providing your insights. Thanks to all the startups for the quick 4 minutes presentations. It takes a lot of effort to, again, put all the information in 4 minutes. And I know some of the founders were not liking me when I was pushing them to, go for a better pitch. But again, thanks to all the startups, all the participants and jury members for the session today. Appreciate your time, and let's reconnect soon and see how we can support each other, how we can work with each other. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.
Thank you. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys. Bye. Take care.
Record.